Today is my 30th day in Japan. By the way, I'll be living here to do my research for years, but in the past 30 days, I was just trying to survive. Let me take you back to day one. The arrival. The day my life began. Took my first step in Japan, my first breath in Japan. It still feels surreal for me though that I got here. Amazing how the universe works. It's my first time seeing the infrastructures of Japan, its technology, its transportation, its beaches, and most especially, its people. There's a lot to do. I don't know where to begin. Anyway. So I went to a nearby mall to shop some dorm essentials because apparently my dorm is near empty. And you have to guess what happened next. Of course it happened. I got lost. I mean, what do you expect? I had no cellular data with me. My SIM card wasn't working. I had no Google Maps. I don't know how to ride the bus. I don't know how to get off the bus. I only know 2 Nihongo words. I only know arigato gozaimasu and sumimasen, which means thank you and I'm sorry, just in case I did something bad. You can only imagine that inside the mall, I was just doing sign languages the entire time. And not to mention, when I was on my way home, I just dropped myself in a random bus station and I had to walk for 30 minutes on the way to my dormitory with a big luggage with me and a trash can with some frying pans inside, and it was raining. But what matters now is I'm alive. It was an adventure still.
Yeah, show us what you got. It is literally rocking back in.
Later that night, I joined a coffee hour. A coffee hour is basically a bi-weekly event organized by our dorm leaders. That is where people would gather in the lounge. International students and Japanese people can interact, be friends, socialize, play games, have fun, something like that. And actually, most of my friends here right now are the ones I met during the coffee hour. Today is day 3, and we'll be roaming around the campus to see how it is. I remember that was spring season, so the sakura was just everywhere. Look how beautiful that is. And also I was amazed how big, like gigantic big, the university campus is. And eventually I knew that actually Kyushu University, my university, this university, is actually the biggest university campus in Japan. And I wouldn't be surprised though, I mean, when I was roaming around that day, it was literally just like an entire city in itself. There were traffic lights. There were 37 bus stations. Imagine how big it is. Later that night, I met some of my lab mates and a few international students too. We went for a dinner and went to an izakaya afterwards. Yep, the first day of class. As you can see, students here predominantly use bicycle as a mode of transportation, so I also bought mine. Anyway, I actually didn't know that this was the first day of class until I noticed that there was a lot of students in the university, and so I just assumed that it was the first day of class. I think it was the first day of class. There were a lot of clubs showcasing themselves, recruiting some people, and it actually reminded me of my college life. This is my class. My classmates are also academic scholars of the Japan government. For our first 4 months, we'll just be studying everything about Japanese, from its culture to its language. We have grammar class, speaking class. We also have bunka class, which means culture. And of course, the hardest one, at least for me, kanji class. Going home, this is the view of my dormitory. It's located in the far west side of the university, so it's kinda quiet, which I like, by the way. And to enter, I just have to tap in my ID card, go to the 6th floor, tap in again my ID card, and I'm in my room. When I got the time, sometimes I just cook my own food to save some money too. All of a sudden, time went swiftly. I made a lot of friends, everything got very interesting, and I'm living one of the best days of my life. By the way, I lost my bicycle keys that day. Japan also has what it calls the Golden Week. The Golden Week is basically a week-long holiday in the middle of spring, and they say that is where the best temperature is. Not too cold, not too hot. On the first day of the Golden Week, I went with my friend in a nearby beach just to relax. On the second day of the Golden Week, I just went to the library. And oh, I should mention, the library is just very beautiful. By the way, I thought I should let you guys know, this is actually my first time to be out of the country, to be this far away from home. It's my first time to be immersed in a totally new and different environment, but you know, I'm kind of surprised how it feels amazing. I don't just get to know more people, but I also get to know more of myself. Also, I don't know why, but for some reason I get energized when I'm in a totally different environment. I feel like I get to reflect and philosophize about life in general, and I get to know more about how the universe works. It's kind of nerd, but it's me. I also realized that I can't survive living in Japan alone. That's why I'm amazed how the universe really gave me the best people, from my sensei to my colleagues, and of course to the new friends I've met here already. Because I eventually knew that surviving here is more than just knowing their language or knowing their culture or knowing how to master using chopsticks and knowing how to ride the bus. It's more than that. I feel like surviving also requires emotional and social belongingness, which I eventually received from the people around me here. Enough with the TED Talk. I have lived for 30 days here, and I have a lot more days along the way. But one thing is for sure, I'm gonna live every moment and every second of it. Hey, what's up? Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm Pirotinat everywhere. Thanks.